Sea of Galilee. Standing at the shoreline of the Sea of Galilee, the place where Jesus spent so much of his ministry time, where his disciples spent so much of their time, in fact, where so many of the disciples grew up, plying their trade as fishermen. And in the book of Matthew, it tells us that right from the beginning, just as soon as Jesus had experienced his temptations, prepared for ministry, his ministry commences right here along the shoreline of this sea. Matthew chapter 4, verse 12. Now when Jesus heard John had been taken into custody, he withdrew into Galilee, leaving Nazareth. He came and he settled in Capernaum, which is by the sea in the region of Zebulun and Naphtali. There's a quote from Isaiah chapter 9 here. The land, this was to fulfill what was spoken through Isaiah the prophet. The land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali by the way of the sea beyond the Jordan, Galilee of the nations. The people who were sitting in darkness saw a great light, and those that were sitting in the land and shadow of death, upon them light dawned. Of course, that's just the beginning of the passage. The passage continues on to say that unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given. He's given 4 titles: Wonderful Counselor, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. The government will be upon his shoulders, the government of the nation of Israel, the throne of his father David. So even from the outset of Jesus' ministry, Matthew reminds us that Jesus is the fulfillment of everything that was promised in the Davidic covenant. But going on, from that time on, Yeshua began to preach and say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Exactly the same message that his cousin John was proclaiming at the Jordan River. John is arrested, Jesus commences his ministry, and he begins like a baton being handed off from one cousin to another, from one prophet to the Mashiach, from the forerunner to the Messiah himself. And the message continues, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And indeed, the king is here, if you will accept. And as Jesus was walking by the Sea of Galilee, he saw 2 brothers, Simon, who was called Peter, and Andrew, his brother. They lived in Capernaum, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishermen. And he said to them, follow me. Here comes a wordplay. And I will make you not fishermen, but fishers of men. No longer will you be casting your nets into the sea looking for fish to make a living. I have a destiny for you that I'm calling you to right now. Follow me. If you follow me, I guarantee you, your destiny will be to become fishers of men. Well, what happened? Immediately, it says, they left their nets and followed him. Going on from there, he saw 2 other brothers, James, the son of Zebedee, John, his brother, in the boat with Zebedee, their father, mending their nets, and he called them. Immediately they left the boat and their father, and they too followed Yeshua. And Yeshua was going through all Galilee, teaching in their synagogues, proclaiming the gospel of the kingdom, the good news of the Messianic age to come, and healing every kind of disease and every kind of sickness among the people. The news about him spread throughout all the land, and they brought to him all who were ill, those suffering with various diseases and pains, demoniacs, epileptics, paralytics, and he healed them. Large crowds followed him from Galilee and from the Decapolis, the 10 major Roman Gentile cities that studded the area of the Galilee, and Jerusalem and Judea, and from far away, even beyond the Jordan. And so Jesus' ministry commences right here at the Sea of Galilee, along this very same shoreline. Throughout the land of Israel, there are a lot of building projects. There have been a lot of a lot of restorations, a lot of churches have been built upon and over the original land and pavement where Jesus walked. But in this area, nobody's yet figured out how to build a church on the Sea of Galilee. No one yet has figured out how to pave over the sea. This is the very same place. I am as close, standing here on the shoreline, I am as close to walking in the footsteps of Jesus as I possibly could be. If I were any closer in walking to the footsteps of Jesus, I'd be walking on the water myself. But so far that feat has eluded me. But who knows? Come with me to Galilee and let's see what will happen. This is the land of miracles, after all. I look forward to seeing you at my side as I show you Galilee, as I show you Israel through Messianic Jewish eyes. God bless you.